Hello, and welcome to Amy Biehl High School's virtual open house. I'm Stephanie Becker, the Executive Director and Principal of Amy Biehl. We'd like to give you a brief glimpse into what our school has to offer as a high school experience. Our mission focuses on college and career readiness, along with service and civic engagement. We've asked a few people to share their work with you. First, one of our alumni, Monique Castillo, talks about her experience.
Once upon a time, in a small school, there was a girl of very few words. She was covered in ice. The frozen girl loved to draw. It was her passion. For her art communicated what she herself couldn't say aloud. The more she closed herself off from the world, the colder she became. The girl was cursed with social anxiety and spent a lot of time alone, but she was content by herself and discovered new realities. As a result, the girl desperately wished to be part of the extraordinary worlds of the fictional characters. She wanted to escape from this mundane and ordinary world. Her head went deeper into the clouds, and the ice froze to the point where it seemed unbreakable. But the school pulled her back to the ground. The girl was forced to interact with others her age. She was yanked out of her comfort zone. The girl didn't notice at first. But little by little, she was being nudged more and more out of her safe place. Before she knew it, she had felt more at home with her classmates.
I can't remember how. Okay.
The girl felt more confident about herself and even made a lot of friends. Slowly but surely, the ice was starting to melt. With hope now in her life, the girl began to dream. It became her dream to become an animator. She worked hard to achieve her goals. There were many days where the ice became colder and she doubted herself. There were also days where she couldn't handle the ice, but her friends helped her and gave her confidence. And the ice would melt. My name is Monique Castillo, and I am that girl. Before Amy Biehl, I was very shy and timid, awkward person. When I was a freshman, I really was in a block of ice, and I'm really thankful for those people who stuck around and melted that block of ice. Now I'm just more comfortable talking to people, and I can be the silly person that I really am inside. I can't believe how much I've changed since freshman year. And I want to become an animator. I've learned so many precious life lessons from various animated movies, and I want to share some of those lessons with you. I want you to remember, you're more brave than you believe, stronger than you seem. You control your own destiny. Venture out of your comfort zone. Being different doesn't mean you're wrong. Sometimes you have to break a few rules to make a great change. The beauty and true happiness comes from embracing all that you are. Everyone has purpose, and it's everyone's duty to discover it. Follow your dreams.
One more time. One more time.
Thank you to Monique Castillo for giving us a little bit of a glimpse of what 4 years at Amy Biehl could look like. We have a few others that'll share their experiences at Amy Biehl and what you can expect. I hope you enjoy the rest of the video.
Hello, everyone. My name is Brett Aker. I'm the Director of Community Engagement here at Amy Biehl High School. I've been at this school for about 16 years, and I've done a lot of different things. I've taught art, special education teacher, I've taught civics, and even way back, a long time ago, I even taught a language arts class, so been around a while, so I understand the school pretty well. I wanted to talk to you about what we do as far as engaging in the community. And in our mission, we say we graduate diverse learners who demonstrate intellectual, social, and ethical habits to improve their communities. And I think that's the key there, improving the communities. We put a lot of emphasis on thinking about what it means to be civic-minded, what it means to be a citizen, a member, a contributing member of a community, and what does that mean and how do you do it? We have service learning days scheduled at the school where the whole school stops, where we stop our regular classes and we go out and we do different projects in the community. This starts with the freshmen being divided into groups for their service learning communities, service learning projects, and then it continues on in the advisory space, and each advisory is assigned, or they come up with, or they develop, or they figure out how they want to go out and engage in their community. And some of the places that we've had our students go in these service learning projects are the storehouse. We've had them go to Cornelia Organics, the farm, Esperanza Bike Shop, Off-Center Arts, and Roadrunner Food Bank, just to name a few that we participate in and go to. One of the requirements to graduate from Amy Biehl High School is to have a senior service learning project. And so in the senior year, each senior has to complete 100 hours in a project that they set up and organize and schedule and create goals around and get done. So they set that up in their junior year in a class called Compass. They figure out what they're passionate about, and we guide them and facilitate and support these students as they figure out what service project they want to get involved in, and then in the senior year they're given the flexibility to organize that and schedule it and figure it all out. Some of the places that we've had our seniors go do their projects are, we've had students at Presbyterian Hospital, Lew Wallace Elementary, and actually many different elementary schools and middle schools across the city. A lot of our students like to return to the places they went to school at and to give back. We've had students go to Transgender Resource Center, Cottonwood Gulch Expeditions. Even during this whole online experience this past year, for this 2020, we've had students that have had to do online work, and so we've had students work as citizen scientists at the Zooniverse, which is a pretty interesting online platform for scientists to participate. That's a pretty broad general view of service learning at Amy Biehl High School, and I'm always available through email or to answer questions. And if you have any more, if you have ideas about things that we could do at the school, that'd be great. Let us know. We're always looking for more partners and different ways to get involved. Okay, thanks.
Hi, my name is Matt Krause. I'm the Director of College Engagement at Amy Biehl High School. This is my 17th year as an educator, and I've had a variety of different roles in my third school district, and I can say with certainty Amy Biehl is the best school and community I've worked at, and I'm really proud of the work that we do. Part of the mission of our school is to have all students see college as a viable option and to have all students be college ready by the time they graduate if they choose to pursue that path. And I take that seriously. Like I said, I mostly work with the seniors. Our seniors are required to take and pass with above a C 2 dual credit classes as seniors. And we just got our last grade report in from a couple weeks ago, and despite all the challenges of the pandemic, the majority of seniors received A's and B's in those classes, and we're very proud of them. And every semester we have anywhere from 20 to 40 underclassmen taking dual credit classes as well. So that process can start as soon as your freshman year is completed, and as long as students are have above a 3.5 GPA and their advisors say they demonstrate great academic habits, we start that process. We even have some students that complete an associate's degree or a certificate during their time here at Amy Biehl as high school students through C&M and through UNM, which is really cool. We also, as we prepare them for graduation, we go through all the processes during an actual class called Passage, which I teach, in which they complete their FAFSA. They apply for colleges, college reps come. We have scholarship workshops, all that good stuff. And every year we have students that apply and get into great schools from around the country, as well as many that choose to stay here in state and take advantage of the lottery, which is great. And we also have students that choose not to go to college, and so they get their welding license or a paramedic's license. So again, the idea is to have college be an option for everyone, but we have students that join the military, and they might come back to college later, they might not, but just preparing them for that career readiness as well as something that we do senior year. And that's pretty much what we do in a nutshell on the senior team. I look forward to meeting with prospective students and parents. Please stop by my session during open house if you have more questions. And I will just say, working at public schools, taking the leap to a charter school, I had some reservations, but I ultimately decided to, like I said, take the leap, and I couldn't be happier with the decision I made. So some of you might be in that same boat as well. And I encourage you to just gather as much information as you can. And I think, I hope you choose to come here, and I don't think you'll be sorry with the decision you made. Bye for now.
Hello, My name's Aldith and I'm the Development Director at Amy Biehl High School. One of the things that's really unique about our school is that we have a foundation. And through our foundation we're able to raise funds through events and fundraising campaigns and grants. And those funds we're then able to use to support programs at the school. So some of the programs that we support are service learning, tutoring, social emotional learning, all kinds of stuff. But my favorite program that the foundation supports is called the Angel Fund. The Angel Fund provides financial support for students for college-related expenses. So if we have a student that can't pay for a dual credit textbook or needs to take the ACT, they can come and use the Angel Fund. So it's just kind of an extra way that we're helping our kids get across that graduation finish line. So we look forward to you joining our school, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Welcome to Amy Biehl. At Amy Biehl, we believe that learning history matters for the success of our world today. With that in mind, our approach to teaching history and English language arts is unique and probably different than what you've experienced before. We don't do the typical survey courses where you start with one date and move forward in time, covering all the major events that happened, memorizing a timeline and a handful of historical figures. Instead, we choose key moments in history, we call them case studies, and we delve into them deeply. We examine the historical context and analyze the choices that individuals made. We ask questions like why, and how does this connect to the choices that we make every day? Using literature, we make the history come alive. Our English curriculum is embedded within the historical content. Developing reading and writing skills happens best when it's connected to material students care about. And our less is more philosophy makes it easier for students to connect with and engage. A few examples of things we do. At Amy Biehl, students recreate the trial of John Brown as a way to better understand the hotbed of issues roiling in the United States leading up to the Civil War. The courtroom in our historic building makes this experience even more authentic. In their junior year, students choose a turning point in world history that they're interested in, and they investigate that topic for the entire quarter, culminating in an extended research paper and a public exhibition. Their senior year builds on those skills and couples with their 100-hour service project. Students choose a social justice issue related to their senior project site. They research that issue and prepare a research paper on it. Ultimately, our goal is to graduate students who can think critically about the world that they live in and their role within it. I look forward to meeting our next freshman class.
Hi, my name is Michelle Vereda. I'm a humanities teacher here at Amy Biehl. I currently teach Humanities 10, which is a combination of American history and ELA 10, as well as civics, government, and Compass. Compass is a class that helps students, so 11th graders, start thinking about and start actually getting into contact with where they want to do their senior project. So it's kind of like a class I take beforehand. So a big part of my philosophy with teaching humanities courses at Amy Biehl is really thinking about perspective and really looking at history as nuanced and multifaceted, and having students really question history and again thinking about things in different ways. My favorite part of teaching it is really delving into really important turning points in our history, as well as reading really great books and talking about them and really engaging with work, having an active part in classes. So that's it for me. I really look forward to getting to meet you if you're interested in joining our school. We'd love to have you.
My name is Chris Oglesby. I'm downtown in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I'm at my favorite learning institution, Amy Biehl High School. I hope you'll come and join myself and my esteemed colleagues and ask me what I mean when I say humanities is happening.
Hi everybody, my name is Caroline and I teach 9th grade humanities at Amy Biehl.
And in humanities in the 9th grade at Amy Biehl, we learned to think critically by asking essential questions about key moments in both world history and in the history of New Mexico. And we specifically focus on how individual choices, so the choices that each of us make, can shape our social, cultural, and political realities. And we examine some key figures in history and how the choices they made shaped the moment that they were in. We also practice and build our close reading and our textual analysis skills by diving deep into all kinds of diverse materials. I strive to make my classroom a supportive and safe space for all students to learn. I hope that you come to Amy Biehl, and I can't wait to meet you if you do.
Hi there, my name is Sandra Mack, and I teach Earth and Space Science at Amy Biehl High School. We have kind of an unusual program here at Amy Biehl. Most high schools in New Mexico don't teach Earth and Space Science as a whole class. And we do because not only is it 1/3 of the science standards, but it makes more sense as a piece that's all together. So in my class, you'll get to look into our place in the universe, how the Earth formed, the universe and its history, and our evidence for our current theories. And also all the different systems on Earth that have caused there to be so much incredible life here and sustain life, and also the kind of exciting history of Earth. Finally, we will look a lot into human impacts on Earth and into how we can change our impacts into more positive ones. And we have a very localized, place-based focus. So we'll learn about features of New Mexico and ecosystems in New Mexico and issues in New Mexico that you can relate to and use for the rest of your life. Amy Biehl is a really friendly, really fabulous school where you'll learn to work really hard and want to work really hard, and you'll learn who you are. And I really hope that you'll give it a try. And I really hope that you'll get to come see our school in person as well. So I hope to see you in the future. Good luck.
Hi there, my name is Mike Lynham. I teach science at Amy Biehl, and I'm here to tell you more about our science department. So I've been at the school for about 5 years, and I've seen this really cool transformation from a teacher-centered model to a more student-centered model. So what does that mean though? So we're probably all familiar with the teacher-centered model. This is where the teacher knows all the answers, they're in front of the class, and they're talking most of the time. Where maybe they ask 1 or 2 questions throughout the lecture, and then maybe 1 or 2 of the same students' answers, and like 3 students are sleeping, and some students are taking notes. Like, we're probably familiar with this. A student-centered model is where kind of the effort and the onus is more on the student. The teacher is still teaching, of course, but the students are a lot more engaged in activities as opposed to just passively listening to lecture. So one huge shift that we've made with this is going from cookie cutter labs with specific steps students follow to a more open-ended next generation science standard style lab, where students are presented with a question and materials, but then it's up to them and their group to design a lab to try to address this question and collect data towards that question. And what you get is phenomenal. It's really transformative. You can take a student who would normally have been sleeping during that last lecture to really being engaged, talking to his or her group mates, being really into it, and really learning a lot more in an organic way. Because when you start problem solving, you learn a lot more than just, say, vocabulary or certain skills. It's really immersive as a learner. So that's kind of a long, short, we're really trying to transition from a teacher-centered model to a student-centered model with our lab design and as well as our lectures and learning. There's a lot of really creative ways to engage students within lecture, which we've learned a lot about actually through the COVID pandemic. I myself have gotten better as a teacher through this, teaching from home and really figuring out how do I engage my students. So I'm using a lot more Padlets and other little mini activities sprinkled throughout my lectures and my lessons to get students engaged and to hear their voice. So thank you very much for your time. I'd love to tell you more about science at Amy Biehl, and come see us sometime. Catch you later.
Hi, I'm Ilana. I'm a math instructor here at Amy Biehl.
Hey, I'm John Thompson. I am a math and science teacher at Amy Biehl as well.
And we are here to talk to you a little bit about the math department and what we do and how we do it.
Math is really fun at Amy Biehl. And we're not just going to give you some random questions unrelated to real life situations. We try and ground what we do in math and in science in real life situations that you might encounter in the real world.
So, for example, this year we've been focusing in our 9th grade Algebra 1 class on looking at social justice by the numbers. So we've done a lot of work with data and a lot of work with taking some of that data and looking at how we can create stories from numbers and from the mathematics. I can also speak a little bit to in geometry. We've been doing a lot of projects and exploration in that way as well. So instead of just handing students a worksheet and saying, here, go for it, we're really working toward encouraging student exploration and problem solving.
Also, in the math and in the science department at Amy Biehl, we feel that math and science are not disconnected from Amy Biehl's mission, and we try and incorporate social justice issues into the content in our disciplines as well.
So those are some of the things you can look forward to as you become an Amy Biehl student, and we would love to talk to you more about math. We both get really excited. Well, I'll speak for myself. I get really excited about math.
Hey, I get excited.
Okay. We both get really excited about math and teaching math, and there's never a dull moment in math classes at Amy Biehl.
You're gonna love it. Come check us out and spend some time learning math with Alana and I and the rest of our great math team.
Thank you for watching. We'd love to see you at one of our Zoom meetings on Thursday, January 21st at 7 p.m. or Saturday, January 23rd at 11 a.m. You can go to the website and sign up. You can also go to the website and apply for the lottery today. Have a great day.